about the story of portion for this story, and now he will explain to us what he saw on this story of portion and what's the meaning of us being reading this here today.
If you didn't know, she said, do you need a step stool? Hello. As you may know, becoming a bar mitzvah involves many components into one ceremony. And one of the most important is the dreaded speech. I'm here today to commemorate my becoming of age and elaborate on my parsha by Yero from Genesis. So here's the story in a nutshell. God had noticed that the city of Sodom was sinning. They were not being welcoming to strangers, and they were not helping the poor. In fact, it was against the law to associate with those less fortunate. However, he decided to consult Abraham first. Abraham knew that not all citizens in the city were sinners, so he bargained with God, like a true Jew would. He pleaded to God, if I can find 50 righteous people in this town, will you save it? And God agreed. Abraham tried and tried, but it was hard to find many non-sinners. So, being the reasonable person he is, God lowered the stakes. He said, Abraham, if you can find 40 good people in the city of Sodom, I will spare it. Once again, Abraham tried and tried, but couldn't find 40 good people. And so the cycle repeated until Abraham finally realized that the only good people in the city were his nephew Lot and his family. God knew that he had to destroy the city, but he also needed to protect the decent people in it. So God sent 2 messengers to the city to warn Lot. By the next day, Lot was well aware of the situation, and so was his family. They sent him special instructions, including one somewhat odd instruction for God. They were told not to look back at the city being destroyed, or else they would be turned into a pillar of salt. Lot and his family packed up to leave and followed these specific instructions. Well, most of them. While leaving, Lot's wife made the stupid mistake of looking back. In a split second, she was turned around. To me, there are 2 very important roles in the story. The first one is always welcome those in need. Whether they are poor, abandoned, or just simply need a hot meal, you should always welcome them into your home. However, nowadays, you never know who a person is or what they might have done. So try to be careful. However, you should always keep that in mind. Another moral is basically don't look back. You can't fix a mistake that was in the past, so instead, you should always try to learn and better yourself for the future. I try to follow this myself. By doing this, I'm able to make myself into a better-rounded individual and enrich my Jewish experience. I can do this by always learning and not killing myself over a tiny mistake. All of these morals will help me throughout my life. I want to be able to not only enrich my life, but the lives of others by following this story and what it means. I understand that becoming a bar mitzvah means attempting to mature personality-wise, and this is exactly what I intend to do. Abraham and I are alike in a lot of ways. A lot. I have helped welcome strangers in need in many ways. Best Shalom is always welcoming to the needy. In order to continue this, I contributed to the expansion fund. I hope that by doing this, I can help this temple help others as Abraham would have done. I also periodically visit the Caring Place, which is an organization that helps those who have recently lost their jobs and or have become homeless. My family and I help prepare meals for them and entertain any kids there might be. Abraham would have done the exact same thing. The party later, if we have any leftovers, we plan to donate them to the Caring Place. Instead of the community reaching out to me in need of help, I reach out to the community. Thank you all for coming and sharing this extremely special day with me and my family.